Hey everyone, Huggy the Healer here, certified emotion code practitioner and overall badass coach. Okay, so I actually was just, we're having quite a work day today, so getting a lot done and in the office here. And then I was like, what do I like to do when I have a little bit of break? So I went and I like to connect to the collective consciousness because, when you take that intention, everything is part of the consciousness, so we're part of all of it. So, but when you really take that intention and you combine that with, being elevated, you actually can connect to the collective consciousness. That's what channelers do. That's the messages they're getting, right? It's from the higher purpose. It's from consciousness, right? So I did it, and I was going to do an emotion code healing because I like to do that. I like to just use muscle testing, and I asked the universe, the consciousness, what do we need to remove for the collective consciousness right now? And this sort of work is done in huge peace rallies and huge meditations. Project Coherence with Dr. Joe Dispenza do it. And I know I'm just one man here in Coquitlam, BC, but you know what? I think every little bit helps. And when I have a moment, I like to do that. So, and then I was like, well, I should film it. So just to let everyone know how you can do it and how quickly it is. And an interest, if you see the emotions that I'm releasing, then it's, maybe it's valid for your life right now and you really need that belief and that reminder that, wow, there's people out there actually trying to delete this for me from my body in order to release that for the collective, for this earth, and to allow us to get to that higher dimension of 5D love, right? So now I got your attention. Before I tell you the first emotion that I removed, and then I'm going to go do some more, I want to read a couple of verses from the Tao here. This is one of the books that, people often ask, well, what started your awakening process? What did you do after that? Having my daughter was huge, and the challenges she came into the world with, really, really opened my eyes in so many aspects, and personally and life and everything, right? And then my best friend got me Living the Wisdom of the Tao. And so when I started to read this and take on what it's trying to tell you, that basically when you change your thoughts, you change your life, right? And I've known that since doing emotion code, that you got to be the master of the mind to become the master of your universe. It's all in alignment. But this one goes way, way back, and it was Lat Sui, who was famous, I could read it here really quickly, This book offers you an opportunity to internalize and directly experience the great wisdom of the Tao Te Ching. Okay, a collective of verses authored by Chinese prophet Lat Sui. So that's exactly what it is, and it's phenomenal stuff. And of course, I'm always, and I'm looking through this and I'm connecting. I don't just read it just to read it. I'm always doing it with this higher purpose to, like, what do I need to learn? What do I need to hear today? And of course, it was 7th verse on page 17. Okay, and so the verse, I'm gonna read the whole verse to you. Okay, heaven is eternal, the earth endures. Why do heaven and earth last forever? They do not live for themselves only. This is the secret of their durability. For this reason, the sage puts themselves last, and so ends up ahead. They stay a witness to life, and so they endure. Serve the needs of others, and all of your own needs will be fulfilled. Through selfless action, fulfillment is attained. And that, that's super powerful, and I love that. I'm doing my best, right? So then the next one happened to be the 17th verse on page 37, okay? And I used to wear number 7 in soccer my whole life growing up. So, this number 7, it often calls to me, right? So, and this one goes like this. With the greatest leader above them, people barely know one exists. Next comes one whom they love and praise. Next comes one who they fear. Next comes one whom they despise and defy. When a leader trusts no one trusts them. The great leader speaks little. They never speak carelessly. They work without self-interest and leave no trace. When all is finished, the people say, we did it ourselves, right? So they say the greatest healers teach you how to self-heal in all areas, right? And so here's the collective. Getting goosies, I know, because I'm going to be connecting to the collective again here when we start doing the releases. So I'm just going to have a quick drink of water, when they teach you that when you're taking the certification course for emotion code, which if anyone wants to help and heal and help people realize their own self-power, taking the emotion code practitioners certification course, is doable if you work hard. It doesn't take too long if you get it done and you put the work in and the effort, and then you've got to do a practicum on 30 subjects before you can attain your certification, right? But reading the book is a pretty good start, and it's a pretty good read, by Dr. Bradley Nelson, The Emotion Code. So anyway, for whatever reason, Dr. Bradley's energy came through there, so I just gave him a little plug. He's pretty cool. So if any of you that haven't seen me do this, after I connect to the collective consciousness, I then use muscle testing, because I believe we're all connected, and then we are all connected to the higher source as well. So if that's your intention, if that's where you're going to be during the healing, then that's what muscle testing is guiding you. And then we use this chart here, emotion code chart, right? 60 different emotions, and I also have a trauma chart. Ooh, that's got 90 over 90, but for now we'll just leave the trauma out of it. Let's just get to straight up some emotions that the collective need released, right? I don't know if I could handle all the trauma in the world right now. It's like when I do group healings, like it's wild the amount of energy that flows through you, and the physical reaction that you have after doing these healings on yourself and when you're doing them. It's pretty wild, right? I mean, it could be tears, it could be hunger, sometimes it could be the emotions that you're releasing. Like if you're releasing anger, you'll get mad all of a sudden. That's why it's always important to be the observer and witness how you're behaving and your thoughts and your body, right? And that's just the beginning of it all, right? So the first emotion that I released for the collective about 5 minutes ago, feeling it right in there, and it was actually taken for granted, right? So that was, and then after I released that, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, I gotta show people what this is all about, because this is crazy, and anyone can do this at home, right? Because if your intention is from an open heart, if it is, right, if it's from an open heart, from an elevated emotion, then it's pure. It's pure and it works, right? So we're going to go here. I'm going to ask if I can connect to the collective again, the collective consciousness. Connect with proxy. Yes, so we've got a connection. Okay, now we just ask. You could be as specific as you want. And so I just want to ask if there's any emotions right now, any trapped emotion, any frozen energy that we collectively as a consciousness are holding on to, that this world, that this earth in this moment in time now needs to let go of. Can we release this for the collective? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm getting 4 more after taken for granted. So that was 5. It would have been funny if it was 7 after my Tao reading, but we'll just go with this. Oh, they all in column A. Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Odd or even? Is it 2? Is it 2, 1? Is it 2, 2? Is it 2, 3? Is it 2, 4? Is it 2, 5? So it's 2, 3. So we just write that down, and then I go to the chart. I like to shut my eyes when I do the muscle testing and truly feel the body locking up and unlocking, and then I go and have a look at what emotion it is. So 4-3 is indecisiveness, and I feel that strong, that so many people right now want to make these changes. They want to heal, they want off their medication, they want a closer, deeper relationship, but they don't know how to make these changes because it's so difficult when you're trapped in that past to present living. You don't want to be reactionary anymore, where you're letting that anger come out, or you're letting that frustration come out, you want to, it's like your heart calling you back. It's like, come home, come home, come home to purity, come home to love, come home to understanding, right? Forgiveness, non-judgmental, no blame, right? That's what it's asking you to come. And that's when you feel this calling, And so I'm hoping that when we could release these emotions today, people that maybe see this, and even ones that don't see this, will feel that release of that so far taken for granted and now indecisiveness. So we're just going to delete this. Indecisiveness. Releasing it from the physical bodies. And the energy field, the magnetic field. There we go. And it's interesting the pictures you get, because I wasn't there yet, but then I got a picture of Earth with this glow around it, and it's like, wow, you're just like, that's it. And that's where you go when you are meditating and breathing, and you can connect to the quantum field. You're basically just in that vastness of space, where you don't see the planets, the stars, anything, any solar system, and you're just in that vastness that goes forever, right? And that is the quantum field, and that is just energy and information and light energy, and it's just constantly moving. And it's like when I'm meditating sometimes, it's like I want an alternate reality right now. I want to, manifest something in my life from that higher end emotion and positive attention. I just imagine myself floating around there as a consciousness with these arms, and then you just grab, that's the one I want, that's the one I want, thank you. And so it is, right? So let's get another emotion here. Column A, column B, odd, even, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. Ooh, I got the shakes on that one. I think I know 1, A, 1, and 2. I felt that these are two massive emotions for a lot of people, and a lot of people that struggle when they are being so loving and they're not seen by that mirror in front of them. They're not seeing, that person is not seeing that love that they're truly trying to give or show, and then we feel abandoned and we get frustrated. We can even get angry, right? And so the first one is abandonment. So I'm going to delete that abandonment. Deleting this for the collective consciousness through all time and space. Thank you. Okay, and the second one resonates on a lot of levels, right? I mean, whoever, when you hear this word, you're going to feel something in your life, whether you or them, and it's betrayal, right? All down here, all down my right side. We're going to delete and release this betrayal. This trapped emotion, this stuck energy. There we go, that was it. This stuck energy in our consciousness right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is it? It's August 19th, Monday, August 19th, here in beautiful BC, Vancouver, Canada. Okay, and there's one more. So we're going to delete one more, okay? So column A, column B, odd, even, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5. So I got a strong on 3, 2, and 3. So 3, 8, 2, and 3. So that takes us over the 4, but sometimes, is this a psychic trauma? So there you go. So it's a psychic trauma, which that means that something happened in the consciousness, in time, through us individually or our earth, were two emotions trapped at the same time with whatever was going on, right? And we probably all have been through something where these next two emotions trapped at once. I mean, that could be the nature of the journey here for us all, right? And it is discouragement and rejection. Discouragement and rejection. Deleting this psychic trauma for the collective consciousness through all time and space. Now in the present moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. This is just one of the things that I like to do in my spare time. It's amazing how things start to change when you start to really, free that heart and start living from that, that unconditional love for yourself and honoring your truth and stepping out of the shadows, right? So sending much love and light to everyone. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.